You want to talk about Sean?
Sure.
Wealth Management 360.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, man.
He can be your money expert. In fact, I think he's Dan's.
I met with him. Yeah, me
How'd
and the
that
wife
go?
met with him.
Now, is it because
Looked over some stuff. It's great.
Is it because he's good at wealth management, or is it because he's not super old and will die tomorrow?
I believe all of those things are part of the equation. You should check out his website, Blake. It is DallasFinancialPlanner.net. He'll answer questions. He's just kind of guy that'll kind of look at what you got, and he'll come to you if you need him to. You can go out to his place, but just kind of taking a look at what you got and trying to set you up for the future as far as putting it in the right place. Make your money, make money for you for the future. I don't know. Is that what he does?
Yeah, what he does is he does that so you don't have to, because you don't know anything.
Yeah, he's been a certified financial planner for 18 years.
CFP.
Kind of identifies with us as a small business owner as well. He worked for the man for a long time, but then now has branched off and is doing his own thing. But yeah, kind of figure out how much money you have to have saved before you retire. He will give you advice on that. He just can kind of help you in all kinds of areas. So you should check out that website, which is
DallasFinancialPlanner.net.
There you go. And he's a good dude.
He's a
We
good
like to work
dude.
with good dudes.
Whole scene.
All right.
Go to the website. Check it out. Look at all the cool pictures.
The Dumb Zone presents Today in History.
Now, who's doing this when I'm gone?
Laker.
Danny, do you have it?
Blake, you've been doing it. Do you want me to do it?
I got you.
He just does this every
Blake
day.
was pulling out some comedy there.
Yeah.
He acts like I'm supposed to do it, and I forgot, but then he goes, I got it, dude. Don't worry.
Well, let me see what I can rattle off.
Hey,
Off the top of my head, what do I
Don't-
have?
Don't fix what ain't broke, Blake. Don't you know what I mean?
Now, who's prepping it when I'm gone?
Was that the whole setup?
Of
Yes.
course it was.
No, but I just thought of it. If you wanted to sit here and bask in all the credit.
Dan has to let everybody know that unlike anyone else, he still gets some work done when he's gone. And
Yeah, and so much, he
grinding.
didn't have time to make his bed because he was prepping this segment for you to take all the credit for, Blake.
Well, I had 30 days without you giving me extra stuff, so I don't want to hear it.
All right. Dan wrote, today is Monday, October 21st, the 295th day of the year.
Dan.
71 days left in the year. Dan wrote on this day.
I only highlighted part of it, though. You read the whole thing, then.
Dan wrote.
I highlight the good ones, but do you read every single thing I put on there?
Dan wrote in 2137, B.C. The first recorded total eclipse of the sun occurred in China. Period.
why'd you put all that extra stuff in there, Dan?
What is happening? Oh, wow. We have an eclipse graphic.
Oh, yeah.
Who
Yeah, it
made
was the
that?
first ever eclipse, recorded eclipse, and Blake left. Blake doesn't like eclipse eye.
Even in China, they were like,
Yeah.
we got better stuff to do. In China in 2137
Dude, they were fired
BC.
up.
I don't know. In 1879, Thomas Edison perfected a workable electric light in his lab.
So they.
Does that mean it was invented by someone else?
That does seem to be sort of
Or he invented it a year prior.
implying that. And also, I would take issue with the term perfected because that would mean they never changed the light bulb again, which they've done thousands of times.
True.
That's because they had to plan obsolescence.
Ah, that's true. Stay woke.
He had a perfect one made back then.
In 1921, President Warren G. Harding delivered a speech in which he condemned lynchings,
In the strongest of terms.
committed primarily by white supremacists against black Americans in the Deep South. So basically, he's like, hey, enough.
Yeah.
What
This
year?
had been
Cut it
such
out.
a thing
1921.
Don't make me come over there.
that the president had to come out and be like, look,
Cut it out.
stop this, man.
Please stop.
Look, just kill him.
And they were like, oh, okay.
And it's funny. Yeah, it's funny that he's not. All right, this
He's
whole.
like, look, we can just keep him down and keep him down economically. We
Look,
won't give him loans.
Hell, for all I care, you can still do the extrajudicial murdering
Just
part.
stop
Just
drawing-
don't hang in him.
Yeah,
The
don't-
tree thing is just weird.
Unnecessary
Yeah.
attention to yourselves, guys. Come on. Be
Hey.
smart.
Now
Just call a cop. They'll do it behind closed doors. Just don't do it yourself.
There's no cell phone cameras. It's 1921.
Use your taxes.
I kind of don't want to read the only one he highlighted, just to be spiteful, but I'll read it. In 2004, Emerson College student Victoria Snellgrove died hours after being shot in the eye with a pepper spray pellet fired by police, trying to control a raucous crowd outside Fenway Park, where the Red Sox had just won the American League Championship.
A yay boo.
And they made it to the World Series.
Won the World Series.
Oh, made it.
Yep.
Then let's see. In 2021, Alec Baldwin was pointing a gun on a movie set in New Mexico when it went off and killed cinematographer something Hutchins.
And they weren't even celebrating a come from 3-0 down in the American League Championship Series and come back and win the World
No.
Series.
Also wounded a director. Charges of involuntary manslaughter against Baldwin were dropped in July of this year.
Man, I got down some Twitter wormhole one time about that case that basically had it connected back to like the JFK assassination. Like Alec Baldwin is, I don't know, the Hollywood elites and everything, and I look up and it's like the president's a lizard. I'm like, damn.
Your internet is different than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Birthdays today. Your war leader, Zach Greinke, is 41.
Once dated a Cowboys cheerleader.
Yeah.
And is pound for pound one of the weirdest athletes of all time.
77.5 WAR. Is that like you've never thought of Zach Greinke as a Hall of Famer?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what Jake talks about it all the time.
Are you guys on board with that? Are you willing to stand up for that, Blake? Zach Greinke in the Hall of Fame?
I'm with you. I probably don't think Hall of Famer, but that's a pretty good war right there. The longest neck ever.
Give us a call.
Davis Mills is 26.
The longest what ever?
Neck.
Look it up.
Yeah.
As opposed to Arnold Palmer.
What about is it Gannon?
What does he have?
Not Gannon.
Merton Hanks.
Glennon. Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon. You did used to say Glennon, didn't you?
Very long neck, yeah.
Yeah. I used to say that Mike Glennon looked like Earthworm Jim. You guys remember Earthworm Jim?
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Thank you, Blake.
Earthworm Jim.
It was a cartoon.
No.
Yeah, he was an earthworm. But see, I got this name because
There's more.
Jake, Joey Harrington is 46.
big miss on my part. Big miss on my part. The good news is I was not an NFL GM like Matt Millen was. I was about as qualified as he was.
Ricky Rubio is 34.
Damn.
And I think that's younger than I thought.
He was so young when he got drafted, dude. And he didn't come over
14?
for a long time. That was a crazy draft, man.
Willis McGahee
Why?
is 43.
Because, okay, so the Timberwolves had 3 picks in the first round. The first one was at number 6, where they took Johnny Flynn out of Syracuse. At number 7 went Stephen Curry. Like, they needed a point guard, but let's see. They took Ty Lawson, another point guard, at 18. And I want to say another point guard later.
Harden was 3.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting draft.
You're
for
saying
sure.
after Rubio, though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, the Timberwolves
What
were a
they
team that drafted 3 point guards in that draft, and they didn't get Steph Curry or Ricky Rubio. It's just a fun fact. Also, the Roddy B draft.
No, I'm looking. Roddy B was drafted?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he's...
First rounder.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Danny Charlotte Caffey is 71.
Familiar. Can't tell you.
The
Sounds
Go-Go's.
familiar. The what's that?
The Go-Go's.
Ah, okay.
Jeremy Miller is 48. This says growing pains.
Jeremy.
Oh, I remember this guy. Yeah. That show
Jeremy.
sucked.
Glenn Powell is 36. Kane Brown is 31, Jake.
Charlotte. Kane Brown played Cowboys halftime show on Thanksgiving and To show you how uncountry the country singers are now, once had to call 911 because he got lost on his own property. And it was getting dark, and he was like, I'm afraid.
What, did he have
So
a
he
big
wasn't like
edible before?
N-word guy?
Nah, that's Morgan Wallen. And by the way, full bounce back. Like, more popular
The
than ever.
most popular singer in country music is arguably him.
Shockingly,
Morgan Wallen?
finding out that he casually uses the N-word did not end his career.
Not in that industry.
No.
And then I have 5 more birthdays that I think I have ranked in order.
Wait. You have him or he had him?
This is me.
Okay.
But I can give Dan credit if he wants it because
He needs it.
were on the list.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to build towards your favorite, Jake.
Okay.
Beginning at the bottom, Amber Rose is 41.
Kanye and Wiz Khalifa.
Singer Doja Cat is 29.
Hey, now. You like Doja Cat, Jake? Is she on your pop playlist when you're lifting weights?
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Hope Hicks is 36.
Oh, my God.
Big fan.
SMU grad, Trump aide. She's fantastic. She's got a bright future in politics.
So to let you know, there's 2 above her, I think.
Wow.
She was a model, too.
No way.
Wasn't she?
When
Yeah.
Trump is trying to hire, when Trump's trying to fill out his political dream team of all the yet brightest young minds, he's not getting a Garofalo lookalike or Rachel Maddow or.
No.
They got hots over there on the right.
Oh, yeah.
82 today. Judge Judy.
Oh, God. Just an absolute wagon.
That's her?
And she's worth like $500 million.
She's so
I
rich.
guess I've never seen her
She owns all of
until
it.
she was already old.
Have you ever seen her as like an 80-year-old in a dress that's very flattering to her bottom?
No, I've not.
It's insane.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought she was 82 when she was on TV.
She's still on
Didn't you
Really?
watch her in rehab every day?
quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what comes up when I type in Judge Judy ass. Bro,
Isn't she worth a lot?
we just said that.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She is
What'd
worth
you
like
say?
$500 million. She owns the whole thing.
Yeah, it's her production company, her idea, all of it.
Dan, type in Judge Judy ass and do an image search. There's one.
Oh,
in
I was doing
particular.
net worth, but okay, I'll do it.
Come on, whatever.
Just, highlight net worth and replace it with ass.
Images. Is it the orange suit she's wearing there?
Orange
Or
with
the
the
black?
black one next to it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not a big ass man.
Boy, oh, wow. Okay.
It's probably Photoshop, but I don't care.
That's one of the things that America has. If I'm running, we're going to talk about this.
Yeah, well,
What, the fascination with
America, the Make America Great Again. Let's just cut that down a little bit.
absolutely not.
You know, my era.
I'm going to
back
donate
in
to
my
a
day, we
political
had-
campaign to keep you from getting into office.
I'm going to give $1
Back
million.
in my day, we had anorexia and bulimia, and we liked it
Yeah, me and
because we
Dan
didn't
come.
want the fat asses. And
we
now
come
it's like,
from the-
oh, eat all you want.
No,
Be
from the
proud of your
Cake Boss
body.
era.
Like,
It's
they're all
because,
fat and
Dan,
ass.
you guys are discounting squats. Chicks be lifting legs now. It's a real thing.
More like jugs, Judy.
Damn. Stacked up.
And
Yeah, there's nothing
finally,
you could do for that.
finally, Jake, Kim Kardashian's 44.
The GOAT. The hottest woman to
Again.
ever live. The hottest woman to ever live.
And it's all her fault, this whole ass thing.
Yep, she started it.
Yeah.
No, did you guys just miss like all of the early 90s of hip hop
Yes.
culture?
We did. You had to tell me about Reasonable Doubt, Jake. And that was like, what, 15 years ago?
Look, you got
Yeah.
there as soon as you could.
I did.
Let's go dead on this day, still dead first. Died at 47, Jack Kerouac.
Oh. Big time for me and Danny.
Yeah, who didn't carry around a
On the road.
copy of On the Road paperback in their back pocket?
Yep. Like I mentioned last week, that was right there with, I'll watch Garden State for 1,000th time with you on trying to get laid by indie chicks.
1970, John T. Scopes,
Used to work.
the evolution guy.
Monkey
1980,
trials.
Hans
That's-
Asperger.
Ask what?
What do you think he invented?
Yeah, the disease.
In 2003, Fred Berry, rerun.
Oh, man.
Now, born on this day, now dead, we've got Ronald McNair. Dan writes, astronaut with a yeah boo story. The second African American in space.
Okay.
The boo died in the Challenger explosion.
Oh, man. Boo. The one that didn't really impact me.
I was going to say, you had
as a kid.
a little set on that early.
You know.
Also born on this day, now dead, Carrie Fisher.
Princess Leia.
Did you give a shit about the Challenger when it exploded, Dan? Or were you kind of like, oh, wow. I think you were probably, junior in high school or something? Or
Much like Jake's reaction to 9/11,
yeah.
we were in the lab immediately with jokes.
Okay. Yeah, same. It did not affect me at all.
And in trouble immediately back in the vice principal's office because why is it always you guys? Why is it always like, I don't know, we're just funny.
Deal with it.
Dan has told us his CB handle was the Challenger.
I had a white 1977 Ford Pinto was the first car I ever had. And if you remember the Ford Pinto, Danny.
Yeah, allegedly, if you rear-ended a Pinto, it would explode because the gas tank was poorly designed.
I believe there was some basis for that, and there's recalls immediately.
Yeah, they fixed the problem.
Might have happened to a few cars,
right? Yeah,
but then it was always known as that was the exploding car. And it was white, and I had a CB, so it was out of my hands on naming.
It kind of just the handle named itself, didn't it, Dan? Really wasn't your choice.
And finally, Alfred Nobel.
Of the prize?
Founded the Nobel Prize and invented dynamite.
I don't know. I don't know if that's enough
before.
to be able to name the prize. Like, that's a pretty haughty move. Like, I invented one thing that's kind of cool and probably wasn't that hard. And you're like, now, forever, the thing that was the best invention this year shall be named after me. Like, I don't know if we already had gunpowder. Wasn't it just like, it's almost like rolling a joint.
Right, yeah.
Packing it up, yeah.
It's a gunpowder joint.
Oh, man, brilliant, dude.
Put a fuse in it and run.
This guy
But
made a
what if
light
you-
bulb.
What if you had tobacco was invented, but there was no way, and then you invented the cigarette? Wouldn't you be like, pretty good? Thank you
Man, I guess, but
for figuring out a way for us to get high off this thing.
I still just don't know about, like, I want to know about the process where he's like trying to claim this is his bit forever. Did Hitler win one, or was it just Time Man of the Year?
He was on the cover of Time, I believe.
Person of the Year?
Mm-hmm.
And
Did Obama
that
win a Nobel
was
Prize?
Today
I
in
think so, yeah, because
History.
Trump
Now
was,
they have like the Peace Prize.
well, Trump was
The
bitching
gay-
about
the
it
gay
the other
prize.
day.
He was
you have
bitching
that?
about.
No, I just know that he was complaining, saying that he should have got one if Obama got one, because really Obama should have gotten one.